Welcome to Sunrise Sisters. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kate, and we're two runners who became friends quickly. We share advice, we laugh, and we're taking our runs off the road and into the studio.
Are we going? All right, we're going.
Good morning, Kate. It's summer. Happy summer.
Good morning, Shannon. Did you run today?
I did. I actually worked out at the gym Thursday, and it's been about this week is my first time back after 3 weeks off, and I'm incredibly sore, and I basically ran like the Tin Man. So I definitely need to stretch after this. How about you? Did you run?
I was gonna say, did you stretch? I didn't stretch yet. I wasn't gonna run, but this is actually my favorite kind of weather to run in. So I had to run. I had to do it.
Why does it make it your favorite? It's kind of cloudy and humid, but you don't mind that?
No, I mean, I guess it is a little humid, but it's cloudy. So I don't have the sun, full-fledged on me. It's got a nice breeze. It's not too hot. This is perfect weather. I ran like 5.3.
Good for you.
I didn't mean to, but I had to work around bathroom stop, so I didn't pee my pants on the run. So that took me a little longer than I wanted to go. But that's okay, because I didn't have to pee. So, yeah.
Well, we go into our bathroom issues plenty enough. But before we got on, we were talking about the fact that you might have some lawn care tips, and just to see how your adventures in mechanical yard equipment, house and yard equipment is going.
Well, there was a question earlier about how I'm doing with the gas in my equipment, and I will tell you that I am a professional. I now look around for those people who looked like me 2 years ago. I borrow a truck, I wear my plaid shirt, so I fit the, attire of someone who knows how to pump gas.
So can I take a moment here? So for listeners who maybe didn't hear this episode, Kate tried to fill a gas can, struggled to do it because only a drop would go in and then no more. And when she was at the gas station, she profiled people who may know how to pump gas.
Right.
That profile was
a guy in a truck with a plaid shirt. He could or could not have a hat, maybe a scruffy beard. That's a guy who knows how to put gas in a can right there.
So basically you were lumberjack profiling.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, doesn't that kind of guy know how to put gas in a can? Am I right? So now, fast forward, and now look at me, a little 5-foot Mazda driving Kate, and I'm excellent at it. I would say I am a rock star at putting gas in a gas can now.
Because it was the gentle squeezes.
I'm so far past the gentle squeezes. You have no idea. I am good. People are like, wow, I've nailed it. Let's say. Moving on. I'm now this summer is tackling how to use a weed whacker.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to say I'm horrible. I end up just blowing debris everywhere and completely mutilating anything I've done. So I'm not allowed to use the weed whacker anymore. So how have your adventures been?
Well, I'm still learning. I'm not going to lie. I'm fighting a little bit with the little strings that come out at the bottom. You're supposed to gently tap. And you gently tap the bottom and the strings come out a little farther so you can weed whack. And I gently tap and the strings don't look longer to me. So I tap harder. The strings still don't look long. So I'm like slamming the thing on the ground, trying to get the strings longer. I don't know. I'm going to have to YouTube that. But the biggest thing I've learned with weed whacking is if you are sensitive to poison ivy, you have to wear a hazmat suit when you weed whack, like full blown. I don't know, grab a ski helmet with a thing in the front, whatever. Dirt bike, motorcycle helmet should do as long as it has a cover in the front, gloves, boots, pants, long sleeve shirt. You hit poison ivy and you are a goner.
And what does it do? Does it like spray it everywhere, like in a big cloud around you and hit you?
Mm-hmm. So I did that and not really realizing I was weed whacking poison ivy. And I was like, maybe a day or so later, I'm like, oh man, must have been around a lot of mosquitoes. I didn't think I was. And then one mosquito bite turned into 10, 30, 40 all over both my legs. And I'm like, I don't think this is mosquito bites. So I had gotten poison ivy all the way up both my legs. You really got to be careful with that. Goggles. You need goggles. I got stuff in my eye. That's not fun.
But you're actually effective using it, which I'm impressed by.
I'm really good at it.
Well, very
Well,
frightening.
I mean, you can always improve, but I'm getting better at it.
You know what's funny about this? I just gave you a lot of grief about profiling people at a gas station that look like
Go
lumberjacks
on,
that fill the
Shannon.
tank. And
Go
now I'm
on.
talking about like,
Yeah.
ew, I can't do the weed
Yeah,
whacking. It's too
you're
low."
judging. You're judging me.
I'm not judging you. I'm filling the stereotype of the woman who's helpless doing lawn stuff, and you're breaking the stereotypes. You're building us up, us women up. We can do anything, even if it comes with being completely clueless.
Yes.
And build your competency.
I YouTube everything. I mean, I don't even know how people did it without YouTube. How do people exist without YouTube? I have no idea. I YouTube everything.
My husband does too. You can do anything. You can learn anything on YouTube.
Yeah.
And somebody has done a video on that exact item. If you put in your exact weed whacker, how to use, there's some guy who shows you. I love when they take it out of the box. So they can open the box and they show you. It comes in a sleeve like this. And then they pull it out and they go, it comes with these parts. And this direction book is the most boring 10 minutes of showing you the packaging that nobody cares about.
I'm on edge the whole time. It is like a thriller to me when I watch those kind of videos.
I'm going to veer into a different topic, but similar. So the last YouTube video I watched, and I still haven't been brave enough to do it, is I've had some horrific nail trimming episodes with my dog with dog trimmers. I had a group that does dog walking, do the nail trim, and people rotate in and out. And the last one cut the dog too much and she was shaking. And so I decided to get one of those little Dremels that files it down.
Yes, that's what I was thinking, right.
So I bought it off of Amazon, got great reviews, and then it had a video where a guy filmed himself and he did the entire thing, which is like, I'm going to show you a box. I'm going to show you every bit of packaging, like way too long. And I also had trouble understanding him. He was from another country, English as a second language, which was fine, but he was hard to understand. So I was like really listening. And it gets to the end and all he does is show you how you turn it on and off. He doesn't show you how to trim the dog nails. So I watched this whole video of this is what the box looks like. And from a guy that I couldn't understand, this is what the box looks like. This is the packaging. It comes with this cord with the USB. You plug it in here. These are the instructions. This is the languages. And I'm like, okay. That was it. That was all he showed. And he showed it and he turned it on and off and then the video ended. And I was like, what just happened? So I have to do YouTube.
Do you think he makes money off of opening things from packages? Because I could do that. I'm really good at opening boxes. I could do that.
This is where the gig economy is completely out of my knowledge base. Is I got to think somebody's paying this guy. And that's why he does it. Number one, it was the most boring video I've ever seen. And there's a whole ton of them. And number two, couldn't understand the guy. Number three, but he's connected to the product on there. So I got to think he's a guy who gets a product and shows, but he didn't even tell me if it works. So now I've got my dog, Sheila, who needs a nail trim because every time she walks, it's like the beginning of 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. It's like ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding. And I keep watching the video of the pugs. Have you ever seen the pugs getting their nails trimmed? People record them all the time because they'll get their nails trimmed and they go, ah! They make their little eyes bug out. Like they just get dramatic. It doesn't hurt them, but they go, ah! There's all these dogs that scream when they get them done because they don't want them done. So she has long nails. I mean, even if I did it a tiny bit, I'm not even close to doing something to hurt her. I just haven't gotten my courage. So I need to go to YouTube, Kate. I need to go to YouTube and see somebody actually take this flipping thing out of the box and apply it to a dog's nails.
You need it. It's a 2-person job. Do you have another person? See, that's when I cut my cat's toenails.
You cut your cat's toenails?
Claws? What do they call it? Claws. When I cut her claws.
I'm imagining a little person foot.
It's like she's like, her eyes are like bugged out of her head and she's got the claws like dug into my skin. It's a 2-person job. My bunny, as I've talked about, my bunny gets her little tiny nails clipped. Oh, yeah.
I've had cats never done a darn thing to their nails. They always have like a scratching post, so they would just do them themselves.
So she has a scratching post, but her nails get really long, really quick. Maybe it makes up for her tail. She doesn't have a tail.
I have no idea. All I know is I'm going to film it because Sheila can just stand there. I can lift her paws up. But I'm just thinking like, Kate, you have now broken the code of a woman going out and learning how to use all these tools, floundering quite a bit, but then ultimately successful. You could have a whole YouTube channel teaching other women who have to learn how to do this or want to learn how to do this. I really think you can get this gig economy. Just speak so somebody can understand you, please.
Sunrise Sisters would like to thank Sterling-Lancaster Community Television, all of our friends on social media, our listeners.
I'd like to thank Brooke Winsman for our fantastic logo. Thanks for listening. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Kate, and thanks for running with us.